caregivers get a day of respite. And she gave us some really good perspectives on how hard it is to be a caregiver and challenging and kind of what their needs are, but in order to also prevent elder abuse. Then we had the lawyer Steve Helseth, who is an estate and elder law attorney from Bolt Law, talked about things you should have in place. And this message we hoped would get to the adult children age group who can encourage and help their parents plan for the end of life and the things that now legally, unfortunately, there are so many things that have to be in place for things to go smoothly. And that also because it's such a time of tension and difficulty within the family when you suddenly start talking about what's being passed on. So how to keep them safe so that they get what they still need as seniors and as they hit that stage of life. Then last week we had our own Katie Weiland talk to us about intergenerational relationships and just scratched the surface with what the ideal woman was of Bible times, and then how does that compare with today and our cultural views and how that affects family relationships ultimately. Interestingly, at our Rachel Circle meeting, Marty brought up the idea that the understanding, or she had a realization that whole idea of the ideal woman in the Bible was really talking about the church and being the bride of Christ, which I thought, yeah, that makes total sense. So really good. So today we're going to just revive just 3 ideas, how to revive connections between generations. And then hopefully you'll think of some more that you can write on that piece of paper that's on your table, the blank one. All right, let's see if this works again. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. So here's the 3 ideas. Now this is an idea that we tried, I forget how many years ago. I thought it was 2010, but we did a line dance event. And you can see in there that was intergenerational. Now we have some people that are actually going to Lifetime Fitness and learning line dancing in the senior age category. So I think we should probably do this again, but that would take something to get organized. But the 3 I'm actually going to talk about are, one is called Say It Now, and this is the power of gratitude. And you'll see a little video about this and just the idea of thinking about what you would say to someone before their funeral to thank them for what they did for you in their life and your life. And the second one is on how to connect the younger kids with the older generation, and it's an example of a program of someone who tried this. I'm sure there are many of these, but this was a great example. And the last one is the idea of storytelling and story writing. And getting that going in your family. So let's just see if I can get this video to work now. And you might see a commercial. I apologize for that, but.
Suddenly I'm seeing everything so different. Like I'm looking at the world through a brand new lens. Every shade of green and blue, and it's all because of you. Like a picture that I've painted in my wildest dreams, came to life in every feeling that you gave to me. Found a story that we saw. Every moment is a song. I'm hearing everything. You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Like a picture that I've painted in my wildest dreams, came to life in every feeling that you gave to me. You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight.
It's based on a book by Walter Green, and he had a great success in his life as I don't remember exactly what his job was, but he rose to a high position in corporate life, and at the beginning of his life did not predict that would happen, but he lost his parents very early, at a very early age, and he went through life, and he had so many different people help him, and he finally, I think it was his 70th birthday, decided he needed to gather these certain people and have a big party, and they spent like a whole week. Yeah, of course, he could afford to host them for a whole week somewhere, but, just going through and thanking each one of them. So that's just one idea that I wanted to bring up for you to imagine. I do have the TED Talk, but it's 9 minutes long, so I'm only going to show that at the end if we have time. But if you want to see his inspirational TED Talk, Walter Green's there, and this is the book he wrote about it. But essentially, it's a movement where they encourage doing this type of thing and give suggestions for how you can set it up. So that's that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. So now what I'd like you to do at your table, and if you're by yourself, go to a table, just name 3 living people. Tell each other 3 living people you would like to express gratitude to, and how would you do it? Take it away. I hate to break it up, but can I hear just from each table one thing you wrote down on the paper just that you talked about, an idea for how you would do a Say It Now party or gathering? So we'll need to have another forum to talk about that. Oh.
So last night I was at the Berlin Symphony Orchestra concert. Some of you might have been there. David Halstenson is finishing as... Is it David Halstenson who directs? Mike. You know what? I knew. I said it right before. It was his last major concert with the group, and we were all given the opportunity to write on cards for him memories or thoughts or thank yous or whatever. And it was really nice to be able to say what I actually did get to say to him once. He is just delighted at everything he does, and it was just fun to watch him. So that's what we did last night.
So it can be an actual gathering, or it can be at something like a farewell, like we did for Brent, or any other pastor that has been in here in the past, and just there are different settings and different ways. I think the more the ideas are out there, the more likely we would be to do it. The one I had, which probably I don't want the office staff to hear, is the church hosting a Say It Now party. I mean, we do weddings and other things, and you'd spend money to rent a resort to bring all your friends and pay for a week for them there, but just a one-day thing of doing something like that just is a way of connecting people, and how far gratitude will go if you did something like that. All right. Oh. Okay, the second idea is grand friending, and we have a mini version of this with our preschool, who goes into the gathering on Thursdays occasionally and mingles. And so what that is, a comfortable two-way interaction between children and safe, available seniors. And it could be family or not. So this example that we'll show you is, I think, a school in Michigan did it with a local facility. Let's see if I can get that to go right.
You got a piece. You're gonna get another one? Oh my goodness, girl.
Hi, I'm Maya.
I'm Carol. And I'm Billy.
Welcome to Kids in Action, where we meet Christian kids doing God's work now.
On today's show, we talk about friendship.
And meet a group of grand friends, a program that connects older adults with 8th grade students in Fremont, Michigan. It's Kids in Action.
Celebrating that we are all God's children.
Whatever your age.
All these friendships started with popcorn, like many friendships do. The 8th grade class was doing a popcorn fundraiser and was looking for a ministry or charity to support. They chose Wellspring, an adult day program providing care and support for older people. But it became something more.
Popcorn is a way of supporting again, and we'll make a financial contribution to the ministry, but as far as contributions go, these friendships are way more meaningful. And so it started with a popcorn machine and looking for a cause, and it turned into life-changing friendship. So yeah, pretty special.
What were your first thoughts about your teacher's idea of having teens and older adults hang out together?
Ed! 3-8!
My first thought was, oh, I'm probably not going to get along with this person that well, and I don't know what we're really going to do. This is going to be a surprise, but it was pretty fun after I figured what we were going to do.
I didn't know what was going on at first, but I'm excited to go. It's fun.
But the kids weren't the only ones who were anxious and unsure at first.
It's so pretty. You have a very good eye. Nervous and not knowing what to expect, and I didn't know if we would have anything in common to talk about. But Aiden and I each have a cat, so we talk about our cats. And I always ask him about his grades and how many times he's been to the principal's office.
What do you do together?
We play games, we talk, we eat pizza. We did a relay race today.
My grandfriend is Geneva. She says she's 95, but I kind of don't believe it. She just really cares about people that she talks to, and she's really good at making friendships with people that she really doesn't know. She talked about what we did after the last time we hung out and talked about our pets.
The time just goes by so fast when they're here.
What does friendship mean to you?
How do you know someone is your friend?
Brecken shared his favorite story about his grand friend.
Jack likes to talk about basketball and how basketball is going.
Jack coached for years.
He came to one of our games, and that was really cool.
You could tell that he felt in his element,
in a gym, that was very normal for him.
I knew it was coming. He was talking about it at Wellspring for a while.
He was so excited.
He was cheering a lot. I could hear him most of the game.
It was amazing. Just so neat to see that those relationships are expanding beyond Wellspring, and that could bring Jack so much joy.
Yeah, it was fun.
A Bible verse from Romans 12
has a good definition of friendship.
Verse 10 says, "Love each other as brothers and sisters, and honor others more than you do yourself." Why do you think it's important for the younger and older generations to connect?
Well, it's cool to hear, stories of what they've done. He likes it when we come. It makes his day better. I liked when we sang songs because he remembered lots of them, some hymns, and I thought that was kind of cool.
I think that it really brings a fresh, new perspective, and I enjoy our conversations, and so they're like my grandkids. Each time they come, it's just like a breath of fresh air. I think the third time that they were here, it surprised me because Aiden voluntarily gave me a hug, and that just really touched me.
What about next year? Will other kids and grandfriends enjoy the Wellspring program?
I think it's good. I hope that they keep on doing it. And I think that we're going to be sending letters. I think there's going to be like a pen pal thing. I think it's good.
They're just really great kids. They really are. And next month will be the last month we will see them, and that will be kind of sad. But I just pray that God will guide them and guard them. I have a lot of confidence that they're going to be doing really well.
Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at kidscorner.net. Serve the Lord in all you do, and we'll see you soon.
Good job, Maya. Okay, let's get back to the puzzle.
All the ideas for this show come from viewers like you. So if you know great Christian kids making an impact, please send us a message at kidscorner.net or on our Facebook page. We promise that we'll read all the comments.
Got it? So did you like this? This is what I want you to talk about in your group. Did you like this example of grandfriending? Could we do something here like it? If so, how? And if not, what could we do? Okay. I'll keep on schedule here. Did anyone have any revelations or great ideas?
Concept of the congregational God-fearer?
Oh, yeah. So that's already in existence. It just more people need to know about it. Anything else? At our table, we talked about just kind of the restrictions of our location and the way we gather, that we tend to, at Zion, we come together on Sunday, we socialize there, and then in whatever small groups you're in during the week. But for the most part, out in the community, you're not connected to Zion people very much at all. So, maybe one idea was, coming in and intentionally invite people from different age groups to come and, say, play bingo or do a craft together or just something with food, popcorn, something like that. There's no video with this one, but invite to write it's not a thing. It's just something that Tim and I have started to do. So we've invited each other to start with. We go once a week with our laptops to a coffee shop, and we just write on any topic. he made the rules, and he said it should just be 1 page. And then he wrote about 25 stories, and I wrote about 8. And but we're having fun. And the more we think about it, the more we think, well, maybe one of these days we'll invite one of the grandkids or adult kids or just a friend to join. But it'd be kind of a cool thing to do if our internet worked well enough wherever we were, to just bring whatever tool you would use to write a story and do that. And you're all kind of together but not talking to each other. So that's the third idea. And you could almost combine this with the Grand Friending. I found a Grand Friends History Project form, which has interview questions. So you could use to, interview a relative or a grandparent and learn all about their life. It sounds like a really cool thing to do. It's kind of interesting doing this writing is like when you reduce it to just a page, it helps to not go on and on, because you know that if anyone ever does read it and it goes on and on, they're not going to really read it. But one of the opportunities from being sort of a hoarder of old cards and people's letters to us and my children's projects in school and all that kind of thing is those can become writing sources or prompts for what to write about. And one of the big topics in our life was my brother, who was a Mars researcher, and I have reduced his pile of stuff to 3 bins. But, now this past week, our next door neighbor, 2 neighbors, they're trying to clean out the house, and the daughters there are collecting information. Anyway, they live in California, the daughter and her husband. And the husband, they both work for NASA. So all of a sudden I had something I could pull out and look through it to show them. I haven't showed them yet, but just reminded me of all the stories of that time in our lives when my brother had those stories to tell. Anyway, that about does it. So thank you. I think that's the last slide. Oh, no, we don't have to talk about that.
I have to go, but thank you. Thank you. That was really, really good.
You're welcome.